How in the bloody world have I gone a year and a half of making content for this game on YouTube and not have talked about the Hound Mound Fortress set piece, everyone? Sure, we've discussed hounds before, but that was more focused on them as a mob, as a whole, never as a potential treasure trove of never-ending loot. And that changes today. As for how dangerous these locations could very well be, they are tameable. Let's get to it. But to actually get to it, you ought to know where to actually find these would-be kennels. Yes, hound mounds themselves are very commonly found in the Dragonfly Desert alone. So, I really wouldn't put it past the game to just plop an entire fortress in the biome at some point as well. That said, the fortress is a set piece, so this means that it could very well spawn most anywhere. However, in all my years, I have never actually seen one in either of our forests, the deciduous forest, or even a swamp, mind you. Then again, while it does sit on rocky turf, there is nothing to stop it from just generating its own, and thus being anywhere. But in short, check your deserts, rocky lands, and mosaics first. However, know that they aren't guaranteed. But now what is guaranteed is the danger. The danger of rolling up to a fortress all willy-nilly, that is. While entirely possible to clear alone, with patience and know-how of course, you have got to understand the total gravity of the situation, folks. Hound mounds hold 2 to 3 hounds each, and there could easily be 10 plus hounds around. So with how quickly hounds actually respawn from mounds, which we'll get to later, you're gonna be in for quite the battle alone. And again, while you could have patience and just kill them slowly one by one while running away if needed, tackling a fortress solo is just not the smart move. It's gonna either take too much time or you're gonna get in too much trouble. So then, grab some friends if you have them, or make some more. Grab even a small group of pigmen, merms, or heck, even spiders to serve as distractions and or cannon fodder, everyone. Plus, they might even kill several hounds for you anyways. And while we'll get to how to ultimately destroy fortresses, here's some more advice. When you finally do get close enough to have a chance to finally destroy the hound mounds, you may as well do so, right? Well, we'll actually get to that. However, the point is that destroying but a couple mounds will at least stop the onslaught for a time, right? And just give you some more breathing room. Do note, however, that any remaining hounds will spawn from a mound upon you hitting it, so be mindful at all times around these parts. Especially if and when you choose to bring a big bad guest to the already crowded party. If you've been around a while, you know that clearing mob set pieces, like the Tall Bird Fortress for example, with bosses is just a prime strategy. And doing the same with a Hound Mound Fortress is kinda no different really. Clopsy is a worthy choice for their crowd control and of course affinity for targeting structures, of which Hound Mounds do count as, mind you. But if we're smart and careful, things can go further beyond still. For you see, it's not all about hound loot. All them boulders are a treat as well. So then, if you can manage to walk Deerclops through them, then you won't have to waste time and resources mining all the boulders yourself. Great stuff. But incredibly dangerous still, with both a boss and hounds potentially giving you grief at once. Now our fluffy pal Berger here ain't a bad option either, especially due to his big-time ground pound attack. The issue with him, though, is that he prefers eating over murdering, and I don't understand why. But either you will have to regain his aggro, or the hounds. Either way, though, the idea is the same. Just use the game against itself and profit at the end of the day. But now comes the real question. Should we have actually done what we just discussed in the first place? Well, maybe, or maybe not. I mean, it's not like hounds are super limited in any way, as waves of the suckers are still gonna keep coming quite often no matter what you decide to do with the fortress. Plus, mounds kinda just exist naturally in the Dragonfly Desert anyway, so there's that. But all said, there still is the possibility of planning and coordinating a Hound Mound fortress farm, folks. It's quite simple too. Pick a side, clear enough hounds to just buy you some time to build, some of what known as catapults perhaps. Be sure to block them up with fossils, end tables, or statues, and then just farm hounds to your heart's content. And with each hound mound housing 2 to 3 hounds, and with dead hounds respawning in but 3 minutes time, you could have quite the amount of loot on your hands daily. But that's not all, folks. As time passes and seasons progress, hound mounds start being able to spawn special hound variants, like ice hounds here. Chances are you'll encounter a couple come your first winter. However, as days survived increase, you could very well have ice hounds start spawning from mounds even in spring. And ice hounds drop a guaranteed 2 hound teeth, plus offer a chance at a blue gem to boot. But even that's not all, everyone. Come summertime, red hounds will start to show up on occasion, and of course, depending on how long the world has been going, they'll start showing up now in autumn too. So be prepared to combat the flames then, and you could get some red gems every now and then too. So, even after all that, should you destroy fortresses, or should you keep them running for your benefit perhaps? Well, maybe the loot will help you decide that for ya. All them hound teeth you're going to get, no matter what you choose to do, can go into blow darts, teeth traps to murder even more hounds, including the hound waves, sewing kits for clothing repair, the dapper vest, which is needed for the best winter clothing in the game, or even the Vargling critter if you wish. Hound mounds drop a fair amount of bone shards as well. However, of course, they'll need to have been destroyed to do so, mind you. That said, though, bone shards themselves can be used for rain gear, the eyebrella even, beefalo taming tools, bramble armor, which I still think is the best armor in the game, the tackle receptacle if you're into that, bone bouillon, which is a great Warley exclusive dish, and even sandy turf now within the new Terra Firma tamper. Possible red gems could be used for fire staves, life-giving amulets, wicker bottoms, the end is nigh, night lights, the scaled furnace, cratered moon rock, refined in the purple gems, and more. All the while, whatever blue gems you get could be used in crafting the salt box, which is a phenomenal food storage thing, a chilled amulet, the ice staff, Walter's ammunition, and yet another cratered moon rock variant. Good stuff. And yes, at the end of the day, should you choose to destroy the entire fortress or carefully clear the boulders without hurting the hounds too much, these set pieces are also going to provide a crap ton of basic minerals like rocks, flint, gold, and niter, all of which are and will forever be useful in your survival. So yes, it is actually a tough question. One that you yourself will need to answer on a per-world basis, I think. But there you have it, everyone. The Hound Mound Fortress set piece within Don't Starve Together. Dangerous, tameable, lootable. You decide. Well, that is if you even get one to spawn in your world at the end of the day. And if you do, absolutely mind the absolute danger. Have fun and have patience trying to clear it yourself, or just absolutely decimate it with the help of a big bad. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Don't let the dogs out, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.